Hello again, and welcome to another Heart to Heart Talk. I'm John Kuert, the interim pastor at Alpha Assembly, bringing to you these little thoughts each day that hopefully are a blessing to you. And this week we've been looking at David. We've been looking at the fact that we all have giants in our lives, and we can take lessons from David as we know that he went out and defeated his giant, and we can do the same with whatever giants that we have in our lives, whether it's addiction or fear or whatever problem it is that you might face. Maybe it's a relationship that's just a giant. You cannot seem to work it out. Well, you know what? God knows how to work it out. God knows how to help you win a victory over those giants in your life. So let's just review a little bit what helped David defeat this giant. Well, first of all, he knew that God was on his side. This is what he said: I come to you in the name of the Lord God Almighty, the Lord of heaven and earth, the creator of all things. That's what David said to the giant. And then David remembered that God had helped him in the past. You know, when he faced some wild animals, you David was able to defeat those giants that came against him. And then David continued to look up and depend on the Lord. In 1 Samuel 17:47, he said, the battle is the Lord's. And you see, David saw what others didn't see, and he refused to see what others did see. David majored in God. He sees the giant, mind you, but he sees God more so. And we learn here more than just a historical account of David and Goliath. We learn principles here. And one of the main principles is that we need to keep the God focus, not the giant focus. Because if you keep your eyes on the giants, you will stumble. If you keep your eyes on God, your giants will tumble. Well, Goliath lost the battle because he trusted in himself, because he thought he was unbeatable, because he was on the wrong side. But David won the battle because he trusted God, because he knew that he was beatable. Goliath was beatable, and because he knew that he was on God's side. So he refused. This is a fourth point that as we've been looking down through these principles. He refused to be intimidated by Goliath. He said, I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel. And finally, David spoke positive words and stepped forward in faith. And I think of that great verse in Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So whatever are your giants, you can face them and defeat them. It might be discouragement, depression, fear, addictions, temptations, maybe even people. But God is able to help you come out victorious as you face them. Well, thanks again for joining me, and I hope that the messages this week, especially this little mini series of 3 heart-to-heart talks on David and how he faced his giant, and from that we can glean principles that will help us face the giants in our lives. So thanks again for joining me. Check out our website, as always, alphaag.org, and the Facebook page. And there are not only these new heart-to-heart talks, but all of the past heart-to-heart talks. You can dig them up and look at them They're usually anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes to maybe 6 or 7 minutes long. I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter so that it doesn't take too much of your time, but that it gives you something for each day to take with you as you walk through it. Well, God bless. Lord willing, we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.